Welcome back to Studio F, everybody. Today's video is Perfecting the Groove. I'm getting great feedback on these videos. You're going to want to watch them all. You must watch the videos. No, I cannot watch the videos. What? I cannot watch the videos. What? If you do not watch the videos, we will cut off your pinky. What? No, please don't cut off my pinky. Well, then we will cut off your middle finger. No, not the middle finger. I'm an angry man. I need my middle finger. Well, then we will have to explode you. Don't explode me. I can't watch the videos if you explode me. And then we will alienate you, demoralize you, and corrupt you. Oh, okay. Know how to ungroove would be complete without going into the historical background of rhythm itself and how groove is actually primal. Music itself has but three elements: rhythm, melody, and harmony. Now let's go way back to caveman times. Perhaps the first music. Probably the first music was just some Cro-Magnon beating on a log with a bone. Thus we have rhythm. Eventually, after generations of beating on the log, somebody probably started humming, groaning, or singing in what would probably be notes, and we have melody. Kind of guessing this went on for a whole long time before somebody realized that, hey, Og is groaning one note and Blip is groaning another note. So, hey, eventually you have harmony. There you go. Rhythm is primal because it is the first chronological element of music, critical, and the first thing you need to have music. Here's a cool way to think of it. Rhythm is body, melody is soul, and harmony is aura. Ooh. More often than not, rhythm is the defining factor of a given style of music. Take rock, you think of the beat. Rap, again, the beat. Jazz, once again, it's a crazy jazz beat. Or let's go with the oompa music. Well, oompa, the beat. I know I'm stretching the concept a little, but you get the idea. Rhythm is primal. Beat on log with bone. Okay, so what? What does all of this mean to you? Well, it gives you perspective. A perspective from the standpoint of, now you're doing a drum beat that reflects on the entire human race. So don't blow it. Now, actually, you can't blow it, because as long as you follow your vision, what you feel for your song, everything will come out just as you wish. And we all know wishing is what makes it happen. So get your groove right, and you can plop almost anything on top of it, and it'll work. Blow it, hook up the drum beat, and you're DOA, dead in the water. You're on like a rowboat with a hole in it. You're paddling, but it doesn't matter, man. Great. All that talk is great, but what can you do? How does it help you? Well, I need to tell you a few more things before I show you and wrap it all together and show you how I do my drum beats. Funkiness is next to godliness, yes. I like the syncopated, juxtaposed rhythms, the herky-jerky stuff, the funky stuff, the jump ahead, also known as syncopation, or when it comes back around, it lags back around and catches up. I like that kind of stuff. It's like silly putty with the rhythm. It's like a slinky going down the stairs. It's like a roller coaster for your bones. And once you allow that beat to take over your body, I gotta say, man, funkiness gives you the best bang for the buck when you let that happen. My son, funkiness is next to godliness. Given my love for funkiness, it's only natural that I would try to inject that kind of funkiness into my beats. Now, keep in mind, the beats are following the song. The song comes first, the vision of the song, what you think you want to do, and then you kind of you work the funkiness into the beat that way. That's how I do it anyway. It's all dictated by the feel of the song. The song is the master of the idea, that initial inspiration that comes to you, you gotta follow it. And add funkiness as needed. So if you go back to my video 1 for this series, the initial song idea, it'll show you the initial riff I came up with and how pretty much it's not funky at all, man. You gotta add the funk after. It's not funky at all, man. It's like devoid of all funk. Funkless. Defunk. Funk no. At this point, I have to tip my hat to my buddy John Gould, because playing with him has given me an insight into funkiness, pure funkiness. He has a way, in addition to being an excellent drummer, he has a way of funkifying the beats in such a really cool way that it's infectious. I mean, he's a great drummer, excellent drummer, but his extra talent, he's an architect of the groove and how to bring that groove to life over the course of the song, how to build a groove. Yeah, this natural feel of funkiness that I like. And I steal it all the time. Oh, wait, no, excuse me. I borrow from it. I learn from it. I use it. Lazy bones. That's the lazy, draggy funkiness that I like, man. Okay, enough meandering. Here is how I do the drum beats. Okay, enough meandering. Okay. First, a brief recap of how we got here so to set this up. First track, video 1 was how I came up with this with the riffs and turned the riff into the various parts of the song. Video 2 was how I arranged those parts, put them together. And video 3, the scratch track, shows you how I laid down that phantom track to show you how to lay down all the other tracks moving forward. And then video 4 is I'm showing you how I actually dump down that drum beat. Actually, I tap it out and go at it and create my drum beat. So that brings us up to date. And now, so we have a bare bones version of the song. No funky drums, no final anything, but it's given us a basis to actually tap out our drum beat and add the very important funkiness and the horns in the background. So we can't add any other cool funky tracks if we don't have a funky drum track to base it all on. Now, building the drum beat I feel for the song. There, I said it. The drum beat I feel. That's the important thing. What do you feel? What feels right to you? What feels right to me? That's what I did. What feels right? Feel. Feel. And by the time I've gotten to this point, I've played the song a gazillion times in my head, so I kind of know what I want. I'll be, playing drum beats, walking down the street, and the song's pumping my head. I'm playing. I know what I want. I know how to feel I want, so I go at it. Sure, I could go out and find some canned drum beat at drumbeatsrus.com, but what's the fun in that? This way you create your own drum beat. Yeah, man. So I hit record, and I start tapping away. And if I like what I got, I'm done. If I don't like it, I'll start again, hit record again. If I get to the end of the second time through, if I like it, good. I'll go a third time, erase it again. I'll do it again. And if I like it, I'll keep on doing it. Once I get something I don't like, I'll stop. So I only have one final drum track that I like and I keep. This is a way of triaging the whole thing. It gets you moving forward, keeps things going along. Keeps things moving smoothly, keeps things, spontaneous. Now, this is the real tweezing part. Next, I'll play it back. If I like what I hear, I'll go in there and I'll tweeze it out till it's just perfect. When I say tweeze, here's what I'm talking about.
Watching that stream by is great, but let me quickly explain what we're seeing. These here are the hi-hat attacks, and you can move those around quickly and easily with the up and down key and get different sounds. This is our snare sound. You can quickly move that on claps or different sounding snares. And this is our kick drum. Different sounding kick drums and whatever now. So you have total control over all these attacks when you go in with your crazy overblown drum track to find your favorite things, fix them up, get the junk out, and it's your drum track.
Now here's the real discovery. At this point, you start to see what you like. I mean, you hear what you like, what you've done, and then you get to see what it is, what it looks like on the screen. And you find the sweet spots, the funky spots, what I like to call the DNA of the drum beat. You find out where those points are around the downbeats, and then you start to nail it. Now, when I move things around, I don't go exactly, I don't key in a number. Once I find out what that funky spot is before or after the beat, I don't key in a number. I do it visually. I keep it kind of sort of random to add a little bit of humanness to the track. Once you've found those little spots within your beat, you've cracked the code. You've learned the DNA of your drum beat, and you can control all the nuances of it a lot better. So once you're all tapped out, everything's going great, you get your drum beat, you can go nuts on it. Because remember, this is MIDI. You can go back and change it all you want. Make it perfect in terms of itself, and then you have to chisel it back. It's like a sculpture. You do a whole big block, and you're chiseling away until you get just what you want. Sure, you can quantize your Go Nuts drum track with the software, but I've That's never worked for me. It tries to estimate what you think you want. You know what you want, you can hear what you want, and the best thing about it is once you get in there and, like I say, tweeze things to the infinitesimal degree, you get to really know your drum track, and it'll come in handy later. And once again, when I move these little, grace notes around, I don't do it exactly. I mean, I do it approximately, and I listen to it. It's nice to get that extra human feel, something that's different every time it comes around. For crying out loud, I've said it before, I probably said it on every video, but you must do all you can to add humanness to the music and take out the sterility that is inherent in making music yourself in a home recording situation. Sterility, bad. Humanness, good. I find that my method of doing the drums this way instills a certain humanness that you can't get otherwise. It's not a cut and paste, it's an actual performance of let's say, over-the-top enthusiasm, and then you go back and you chisel that down, you work that down, you tweeze that down to exactly what you want. That's the fun about this software-assisted composing. The possibilities are endless, but you have to know when to just cut it and move along. Fast forward. Move fast forward. Move forward fast. Keep it going, baby. Keep it going, man. Keep it going, man. Yeah. Another nice benefit of really getting into the nuts and bolts of your beat is you know it intrinsically. Later on, when you start adding tracks, instruments will clash, but you'll be so familiar with your drum beat and the DNA of the drum beat that you know exactly how to go in and fix it quickly and easily, and there you go, that's the fun. Another cool thing, you will amaze yourself. Like, for example, the song Gimme, there's gotta be almost every drum will find out, how did I do that? Where did that come from? It's very cool, I like it. It's like almost as if somebody else played the drums. So I go in with the tweezers, fully expecting I'm gonna be going in again and again later on as more tracks get piled on. And here is a video link of that basic initial drum track where the drums are just going absolutely nutty, and you can say, oh my God, don't let that happen on your final song, man. That'll sink it, man. Now what I don't do is cut and paste the drum track. If I like some part from the first verse, I don't plop it in the second, because that would violate the natural flow of going through all the trouble of playing the drums contiguously from beginning to end and getting that flow, that natural human flow that real musicians do when they play a song. By being very decisive at this stage and chucking the tracks, you can move along a lot quicker, the fun factor is high, and that again shows up in the final track. So after years of doing this kind of one man plays everything recording, I think the method of doing my drum track reigns supreme. It adds a human touch, cuts down the time, keeps the fun factor high, and it takes an otherwise a troubling variable out of the loop. You don't have all these extra drum tracks laying around you got to go through, you just triage. I like this, move along. I like this, move along. So that about covers it. That's how I did my drum track to Gimme, and that's how I usually do my drum tracks. It's the way I do it. If you can try it, if it works for you, great, give it a shot. The next video is guitar tracks. Yeah, it's gonna get good then. Yeah, don't miss that next Friday at 4.